Hey, this is Russ Payton. Just wanted to announce we have a special offer right now on the RPPR Patreon. If you back at $5 or more, you get to vote on which classic RPPR actual play episodes are remastered with improved audio quality. Check out the Patreon post in the show notes to listen to Lady Gaga 2.0, our classic cyberpunk one-shot, remastered. The Patreon post has details on the offer. Thanks for your support. Enjoy the episode. Hey, this is Ross Payne with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Blades in the Dark, The Blind Eyes, episode 19. In the last episode, the Blind Eyes created a fake soul engine in order to trick the Leviathan Hunters, well, buying them some time because they don't want to give the Leviathan Hunters the real soul engine. And the Leviathan Hunters have really made their not been very cooperative recently, so their blind eyes are just in a they're in a, it's complicated. If they
we just had a simple request and they could not find it in their hearts to work with us.
Nope,
as usual.
Yep, they're very very needy all of a sudden. So the blind eyes, I will say a bit of news. There have been a very strong uptick in murders and attacks as shadowy figures in the streets of Duskvol have been shooting and stabbing each other. It seems that the Silvernails and Lord Skurlock's forces have started their shadow war. But they have not yet escalated to outright siege on the city. But people are feeling unsafe. The Bluecoats have instituted a curfew. They want to clear the streets for 6 hours at a time during certain periods of the city, just to try and calm things down. Doesn't seem to be working. Well, maybe it'll work, but the Bluecoats are trying to stop it, but aren't having much luck. But so far, both forces are being rather discreet in their murders and attacks on each other. The Silvernails have not decided to lay siege to Skurlock's ruined mansion with cavalry. So yet. So I will say, anything you do in public will generate more heat, as there is more police presence trying to suppress this, violence. So, and there may be other side effects too, depending on what you do. So, in terms of scores, there seem to be, well, obviously, acquiring the real soul engine for yourselves, that's certainly one thing. Another thing is you could try and figure out what the Leviathan Hunters / Inkblood are really up to. Yeah, or you could go take out Skurlock, or I don't know. What do you want to do?
Well, I think acquiring the soul engine is going to be a full crew job, so we probably need everyone on deck for that.
I mean, on the other hand, we were creating a time window in which to do it.
That's true.
Yeah. And I will say you have sent word, I think.
Lando secret gang meeting, very important. Is war issue. Come, brothers, come. Huddle with me. We must conspire.
Yes.
Well, I think cuddling's more around the table and not just like...
No, I definitely put my arms around them.
Ugh.
An actual huddle. You almost tell me this urgent issue. Are Audra and Salty angry with me?
What?
What
would make you think that?
I can sometimes be brash. I know. I'm trying best at work. I just worry they're angry at me. They're ghosting me, but not as actual ghosts, because I can fight those. If they were actually ghosting me, I could fight them. But no, they're distant of late, yes.
I think they're just kind of busy, considering that we also have an ancient ghost in our with us that they have to keep an eye on.
And I mean, I don't think Salty's any angrier with you than he is with all of us generally. And I mean, I'm not going to speak to the reasonability of that because because he's not in the room and I don't want to, all that stuff. But no, I don't think he's mad at you personally.
Okay, good. Yes, I've said too much. I am sorry. There are other things to be concerned with. Yes, I'm sorry.
No, it was
I'm under a lot of stress of late for some reason. Anyway, is fine. It's good. So what do we do? Go kill vampire with hands? What are we doing today? What is on the agenda? Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, Ross, is timing such that we need to do, if we are going to make use of our Soul Engine window, do we need to be doing that today? Or
no, you have time. You did make the puzzle box.
Time at last!
Yeah, you do. You don't have an unlimited amount of time, but certainly you do not have to feel like you have to steal it immediately. Because certainly, once you stealing it without being detected somehow is going to be incredibly difficult.
Wow, it's like we need a setup scheme.
Yep. Well, even with what the chaos you've created now,
No, I meant another one.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a hell of a reaction, Ross. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you don't feel like you have to do it right away because once you steal it, things are likely to escalate even quite a bit because probably people will detect something has happened. You won't be able to hide that thing for long. Because you might want to have an idea of what you want to do with it pretty soon after you get it.
I figure what we're going to do is explore powers of two.
Mm-hmm.
Because what's better than having one soul engine? Having two soul engines. What better than having two soul engines? Having 4 soul engines.
You're going to try and use the soul engine to build more soul engines?
I don't know. I figured someone else with a technical character will have an opinion, but part of me out of character wants to bury the world in Soul Engine Grey Goo.
See that? No.
It's not like it would be worse, right? Hey, Aaron, I know how to make it right for you. Let's make it sentient along the way. So there's just the entire planet. The entire planet its mass gets converted to sentient soul engines.
I have never in this entire game supported or endorsed the Great Ghost Gestalt. So
only because nobody brought it up.
Bullshit.
So I think we should go for the Leviathan Hunters. Is what I'm hearing.
Wait, say again?
I feel like turning the world into Grey Goo is probably an all-team decision.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's probably, and everyone needs to be on deck for that one. So probably Leviathan Hunters.
Find out later.
Yeah.
But I kind of agree that maybe at least getting the Leviathan Hunters more pinned down before we actually do, because it could provide us with another opportunity to be able to at least distract or...
The Traveler was very, very against our plan to throw her into a 3-way war. Distressingly so. And we need to know why.
True.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. So I'm in agreement with that if we want to look in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure. Let's talk with it. I mean, it basically can't make things worse.
I mean, if you totally fuck up and they catch you, then obviously all your work making the puzzle box sort of goes too.
Yeah, but have you seen the world outside?
Mm-hmm.
In the grand scheme, we literally can't make things worse.
This is true.
Only locally, and apparently we can't just do local things. Apparently people with big aspirations have to come fuck with our shit.
We could bring back the sun. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I feel like that. Once we have a soul engine, then once we figure out what a sun is, we could probably make one.
I love that this just immediately became the day the Earth froze.
It doesn't look that hard. It's just a big, brown, bright thing, right? Yeah.
It feels damn it.
Look, with the exception of Flake, none of us here are the ghost thing doers.
Anyway, the Blind Eyes have decided to. It sounds like you've decided to spy on the Leviathan Hunters to figure out what their deal is, because they acted real weird when you suggested go fight Skurlock, and they're like, "No, give us the Soul Engine. We want the Soul Engine." Like a really insistent on that point. So you've told them where the Soul Engine is. Of course, that is the fake one you set up on the farthest part of the Lost District. And they are obviously sending people out to figure it out. And so you've bought yourself some time, which is time for you to, figure out what they're doing. So,
Of late, the Blind Eyes have big Dastardly Dan energy. I feel like this is a no one will ever know.
yeah, basically. So the real question is, actually, even before you figure out how you want to do the heist, I have given each of you obligatory gather information check to sort of figure out some stuff about the Leviathan Hunters to sort of inform of your approach of how you want to do this score. So, who wants to try and figure out what about the Leviathan Hunters?
Okay. So, because we're basically trying to figure out at least what their plan is to get at or to protect the Soul Engine.
Well, they really want the Soul Engine, which they previously told you they want to use it to make a new seal to make sure the Nest of Demons goes in. But like,
that's seeming more tenuous as time goes on. I'm
perhaps
assuming
they weren't telling you the truth about why they wanted it.
Okay.
What?
Yep. So, you can try and figure out, but how would you find that out information? So you can try to figure out.
Just do like a general thing to get like a map of their holdings.
Yeah. How do you want to do that, Flake?
Is there anyone from my protection business that needs to disappear? Has anyone made moves or been rude to a paying customer or something?
I would say that there's certainly people who want to go into hiding because of the uptick in violence. Does that work for you?
No, I want to kill them, but I don't want to feel too bad about it.
Okay. Plenty of scumbags who deserve to be killed. But from your protection racket, we'll still use dice rolling on the Discord. Odd or even?
Even.
Okay. I guess all the Craigbot servers, all the Discord servers are not working today, huh?
No. Discord
all right.
is fallen.
Well, you can roll a d6 if it's...
Zoom is ascendant.
Apparently. This is, part of the shadow war between Discord and Zoom.
Discord is dead. Long live Zoom.
Oh, man.
All right.
I got a 6. Do I need to screenshot that?
No, I trust you.
Okay.
So yeah, what do you so I think you said even?
Yeah.
So you find somebody, you can describe them. Or like what kind of thing, what traits are you looking for exactly again?
His name is Ratty Pepperwood.
Okay.
He got that from his weird rat-like features. And he is a gross perv / confidence man from around Silkshore.
Mm-hmm.
That owes money to everybody and has done every depraved thing possible.
Mm-hmm.
And no one likes him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you know of him. He owes money. Does he owe money to you? Or to your protection racket, essentially?
Do I get to say that?
Yeah, sure. You succeeded.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
He does. So I'm going to call a meeting of all the blind eyes I can get on near wherever I keep my dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to send a message to Ratty Pepperwood that I will forgive his debt if he comes do me a favor, and I tell him to meet me there too.
Okay. Meet him where?
Wherever I keep my dogs.
Okay.
So come alone though, because
I guess it's you keep
it's
your
under the
dogs
table.
Are a shed, are kept in a shed above, on the street level of the docks. So near one of the entrances to your hideout. And yeah, so you meet him there. He meets you there.
Ratty, hello. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, hi. Hi there, big guy.
Yes, Ratty, is very good you came. Are you ready to do job for me?
Well, I'm not much of a. I don't know what kind of job you want me to do. If it's if you got a mark that needs fleecing, yeah, sure. Obviously, I'm not a wet works kind of guy, but I got light fingers. I got quick fingers,
But,
yeah, and a
but
silver
Ratty,
tongue.
you should understand. I do not want to just forgive your debt. This job will pay very well. There may be a remainder for you.
Yeah.
So I do not want to quote price aloud. Because if your friends here, they may will want to cut, and you will not be able to tell.
No, we're on the same. We see eye to eye on this. I get you. I just need to know what I'm doing, because again, I don't know what you. I mean, I'm
know,
very
Ratty, but before I talk money, I do not want your friends to cut in on your business.
Okay, I know. Don't worry about
that. So they are
that.
not here?
No.
Oh, good. I wanted to know this. Everyone, come out. I will say that to all the blind eye.
All right.
Dock workers, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody throws off cloaks.
So are we just surrounding him now?
I would imagine so, yeah.
All right. I'm going to beat angrily on the door of the shed so the dogs start barking. And then I'm just going to grab Ratty by the shoulder and show him to everyone and be like, this is Ratty. He owes me money. So here is what will happen to you, my employees. You will go out and you will create a map for me of everything Leviathan Hunters own. I mean everything. The things they want us to know and the things they do not want us to know. You will give me all these buildings in map. Beautiful painting. I used to plan many things with my friends. You will do this quickly and you will not be seen. And that is how I will tell your future from here on out with this war map of mine. But if you fail me, there are other ways to tell future. For instance, my grandmother, she used to read the future in the guts of pigeons. And then I'm just going to throw Ratty inside the dog shed and have him be eaten alive.
Okay. You lose a coin. Because he's not going to pay you back now.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, but yeah, go ahead and roll command, because that's a very commanding kind of action.
Yes. Do I get my bonus for violence?
Yeah, I would give that. This is obviously controlled, and you have an additional effect thanks to your demonstration.
Holy shit. A 5, a 6, and a 4.
Okay. Full success. And so, yeah, you do get a map of their holdings. They have currently they have a number
secret map that they were not making.
What do you mean a secret map?
Like, I don't want them to be making a map of the Leviathan Hunters. I want it to be like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
You have it. I was going to listen. Yeah. They don't know that you have a map now.
Good.
So they have a fleet of ships. Obviously, there are 3 large ships right now in dock, currently, undergoing renovations, or repairs, or maintenance. There is, let's see here. Yeah, they so they have all there's a whole section of the docks that are basically their turf. But there are several small private Leviathan blood processing facilities for the captain's personal shares, strategically arranged. Some are basically artificial islands in the channel. There's also the personal estates of the sort of leaders, Lord Strangford, Lady Clave, and Lady Ankot. So those are the 3. So you have maps of those places and sort of indications of where you could jump in there. So yeah, you have a very good idea of the geography of the Leviathan Hunters, what physical area. It's almost all aside from their estates, which are in Whitecrown and Brightstone. All their official facilities are in the docks or offshore. So, I mean, actually, no, they do have a couple of warehouses scattered, different small warehouses and safe houses scattered throughout the entire city. Actually, they're a tier 5 organization, so they.
So, is there anything on the map indicating something where they might hide, like the most difficult to find piece of information?
Well, I mean, their estates of the 3 leaders would be good candidates. One of the offshore, there is one offshore Leviathan blood processing facility that looks more heavily guarded than others, and seems to be larger than the others, indicating that other stuff is going on there other than just refining the blood. So the facility,
3 mansions or the factory.
The refinery, refinery 4, they're just numbered. 1 through 3 look pretty similar to each other. Refinery 4 is larger, more guarded, and has facilities that are clearly not just for refining Leviathan blood. And then the estates of the 3 leaders, which are scattered throughout the city. Nothing, you have no other, I mean, that's just from looking at the places. Those would be your top candidates.
Okay.
The refinery or the estates.
Can you guys narrow that down?
Yep. So like Salvage, with that what do you want to try and figure out?
All right. So basically we have at least the general 3 leaders with that control this. So, they're
each, by the way, each Leviathan Hunter ship, each vessel is owned by a noble house who built it and commands it. So all 3 leaders are actually nobles.
All right. Well, when you say for these 3 ships right now, are there engineering whoever works on their engineering for this, is that actually in house, or are they contracting to someone else, someone that we could exploit?
I mean, it's not the ships; it's like the people who command them is what's really important. So it's Lord Strangford, who's the all 3 of these people are captains, but Lord Strangford, Lady Clave, and Lady Ankate are the 3 top noble leaders of the Leviathan Hunters. So they would be the ones who would know. Probably, you might want to probably one of them made a pact or is the one dealing with Inkblood on a regular basis. So you can figure out who's dealing with Inkblood. They would be the one to know, because obviously there's some sort of alliance between that demon and the Leviathan Hunter. So where is that link established?
Okay. So maybe try to figure out some level of surveillance to see who's going where, because do we still have, to my understanding, do we still have the location where we met Inkblood for the first time? Or
he came to you.
Okay, that's true. So, because I just remember going into that area that was basically his own, so I didn't know if that was just stationary or if that was transitory just because of his power.
You don't know a lot about demons, so that could be another thing you could research.
Okay. Actually, I think they'll do that instead. So, see if I can find any information from that. So, I'm assuming that'll be either probably attune or study.
Either one.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and spend at least another stress to exert myself and get 2 dice on that. Got 1 6.
Okay. So what are you trying to figure out about demons? Just general background information.
Yeah, so basically how they are exerting their abilities, what kind of pacts can be made, so how those might be broken in a safe way. So
you get the background information that's on page 212 of the book. Some scholar believes they are the first beings brought into existence at the origin of reality, as the primal forces of the universe coalesce into the elements of nature. Each demonic strain is thus connected to an element. There are demons of earth, of flame, of smoke, of sea, of the sky, and the stars, etc. So yeah, they're immortal. Their blood, they are not like echoed in the ghost field. Their blood contains ectoplasmic essence, which gives them eternal life. They're corporeal, although they are extremely difficult to kill. Most appear as monstrous humanoids with physical features related to the element. Leviathans are demons. They're very, very large demons. No one knows their true shape. Each demon is obsessed with a dark desire, mayhem, manipulation, corruption, etc., which it attempts to satisfy in every way it can, usually by preying on humans. So, yeah, they are very powerful. They can also have remote viewing, which is, kind of dangerous if it's connected to their element. So you're guessing... Now, the thing is, so packs are not like what you think of, like, it's not like you sell your soul and you get magical powers. It's just like alliances, and they can use their power and knowledge to help you.
Okay.
So, however, there are, I'll give you one option. You can either get a ritual to ascertain more about a particular demon's nature or element, or its dark desire, or you could get a ritual that lets you track demonic activity in a given area. So you could perform the ritual in each of the 4 target places and see which one has demon stuff going on.
Okay.
Or you could figure out more about get a ritual to figure out more about ink blood.
So I have those 3 options specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So okay.
It's desire, it's physical, it's desire, it's element, or a demon Geiger counter.
Okay.
Demon counter. Demon Geiger?
Geiger demon.
Mm-hmm.
So, or Ecto Geiger. There we go.
Yeah, sure. So which of those 3 you get? Do you want to get? And you can, of course, spin more actions later on to get the others, but those.
Okay. Because I think at least some of the other 2 probably, I'm assuming to utilize those are probably going to involve attune rolls, and we'll definitely need Audra for that.
Not necessarily. I mean,
or at least we might get more.
Flake does have attune now. He is a very powerful wizard.
That is true. So we can actually see each other. Oh my god. So yeah, both of us have attune to, I'm assuming, just 1 dot of it. So that's
one's all you need, baby.
One's all you need.
Oh my god. Yeah, definitely get more information about Inkblood's nature is better, and I like that. But I feel at least being able to track it initially might be better for us, unless there's some other thing that we can think of too. Because I honestly don't want to go delving.
Okay, so which one do you want to pick?
I prefer to go with the tracking ritual at this moment.
Well, it's not a tracking ritual. It's a count. It's a detector.
Or the Geiger. Yeah, the detector.
The Geiger counter. So you can't track it, but you can go to a place and see if demon shit's been happening. So you can. Okay, so you get that ritual. We'll figure out the particulars about the ritual when you activate it for the first time, or when you get to an area. But you can go. You have 4 potential locations. I will say that one of those locations definitely has the information you want. You just got to figure out which one. But that's what you get with your initial roll. So next up, Vimes. Vimes.
Sorry, wrong button. Still locked into Discord push to talk.
Yeah.
So I really want to know what is this demon's motivation? Mm-hmm. I know that's not exactly the words you used, but
it's desire.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I mean, basically my mind was locking into, obviously we have 7 flavors of demons because 7 deadly sins, which may not necessarily be true, but seemed like fun. Anyway, neither here nor there. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to put on a disguise and go lie about it because that's what I do.
All right. Who are you going to lie to? Or are you just activating that ability that lets you talk to do
No. I feel like this is a thing that I legitimately could lie about. Like I could, okay, you know what? You know who we haven't checked in with within a minute? What's Raffello up to these days? I'm going to go talk to him first, get a lead from him because he's an artist and into, all this,
Yeah.
whatever
Yep, Rafael
stuff.
might know.
Yeah. Or at least he should be able to give me the lead who I will then go lie to. Like, Rafael, like,
Depends
who
on what you
cares?
roll.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
I just wanted to justify lying a little bit better.
yeah.
Then I'm going to do it because I can.
Yeah. All right. So that's probably consort or sway. So that's definitely one of those two. So, yeah, you can go ahead and roll that. And it's obviously controlled because it's gather information. And you're not particularly risky right now. Are you rolling, Bill, or do you want?
Got a 6 out of that. Sorry, I didn't realize I had to be focusing Zoom to push to talk. I guess I'll stop doing that.
Oh, yeah. Zoom be different. So
Is my background noise too oppressive?
You're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, I got a 6.
It's okay.
So.
Yeah. Zoom also has multi-track recording, so I can always cut out your background sound.
Yeah, I'm roasting.
Yeah. So with a 6, Raffaello has actually heard of this demon. Legends of it have been told for decades. It's been actually apparently very active in the cities, according to urban legend, and rumor and gossip. Ink Blood is actually a demon on the side of the institutions in some ways. He whispers to you that an occultists believe that it is obsessed with control. It is a demon who wishes to end that pesky thing we call free will.
Ick. Now this is me and my free will talking, but I like free will.
Well, yes, but it is still a demon, so it is control for you, not for itself. It is does not hold itself to the standards it holds humans to, apparently. So,
wow, demons with double standards. Who'd have thunk it?
Yes. So if such a creature is still alive and around, I'd be very cautious about dealing with it. But yes, that is what I have heard. That is what the rumors consist of. Some of course say it had a hand in the creation of Ironhook Prison. Others say it actually tried to destroy Ironhook Prison for some reason. Something in it angered it, and others believe it's had a hand in building the wall around the city as a prison for all of us. But of course, these are all rumors and perhaps lies spread by the same creature we speak of.
Well, all right then.
Mm-hmm.
That is useful information. What you have given us there. Yeah. So I mean, just like speculate. You're a man given to enjoy speculation. If such an entity was making a move of some sort, is there some means of creation that you can think of by which it might achieve such control?
Creation?
Yeah. I mean, could some magical artifact be fabricated that, irrespective of scale or means,
Perhaps. Of course, it may be more easy for it. Well, I'm not sure. Of course, there are rituals and that the Whisperers have speak of that can hypnotize people, but hypnosis does not make is a short-term thing. If everyone is hypnotized, then they can do little. The demon would have to tell everyone to breathe and to eat and to relieve themselves. That it seems they would have to. It could not remove free will 100%, only where it mattered, so that they had no choice but to obey. Yes, so I don't think it would be a hypnosis, even if such a thing was possible, because that would be more of a gradual suicide of everyone involved. It would be something else, I would think, something more insidious.
Interesting. All right. Well, I just wanted your speculation there. That's been very valuable. We'll certainly be talking along the way. I hope all your artistic endeavors are finding fruition.
Well,
of
yes,
late.
I've fortified myself in my apartment, and staying. I've stocked myself with many canvases and food and wine, and ghost powder. So I will be doing a lot of painting and little else. I fear to go out in the streets. Seems some gang war has been brewed.
I'm certain I know absolutely nothing about that.
So yeah, yeah. So yeah, that's your gather information check.
Ooh, we are annoying to the demon, and it wants to control us all in some way because humans be annoying like that.
Yep. So let's see here. Yeah, so now we have to figure out the actual score. So you have
So that's what it wants with the Soul Engine, right?
what do you think it wants with the Soul Engine? Well, something to do with controlling people.
Yeah, so there is no seal in need of being replaced or anything like that.
Or there is, and it's a convenient excuse to get your hands on the soul engine.
Yeah, so I reckon at least it's a false flag. So
Yeah, possibly.
Okay.
That's
Well, anyway, Flake knows what he would suggest, but
Well, I mean, we're all ostensibly back together. What would Flake suggest?
Soul Engine is a sort of factory machine, yes?
Yes.
And one of these places that they think they could be at is a sort of factory place.
Mm-hmm.
ostensibly, so
If they want Soul Engine from us, they must have place to take it to, place they can defend. I think it'd be this factory place regardless of who is behind it for Leviathan Hunters. So maybe we go place they fortify to move it, and we look around before it there, and we'd find something that tell us who is behind the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems reasonable
And it's
enough.
factory. It's easy to get job. I always get jobs at Go Factory. They like say, "Oh, look at you! You want job?" And I'm like, "Oh, another job." But yes, it's easy. We just go work.
All right. I like the
Trust you.
sound of it.
Okay,
we can
so let's see here. I will give you 2 dice for that. As you do, and you get a partial, you get a 4. So your first action is a risky. This is going to be infiltration. Obviously, infiltrating the what do you call it? Refinery 4, as we're calling it, because that is the number of it. So yeah. So the point of detail with that is, sorry, I guess it's not infiltration, it's stealth. Well, actually, no. That's actually you get a number of ways to do it. So, how do you see yourself doing this? Probably assaulting is probably a bad idea, but you could deceive, which is actually that's what you're sounding trying to get a job, deception. So yeah, deception.
It's like a Vimes thing.
Yeah, the method of
Right.
deception is obviously getting there as workers. All right, so you need to figure out how to. Well, yeah, probably Salvage. You know a lot about refineries and blood processing because you have pretty good tinker check, and that's because you have to know how that's related to spark crafting. Actually, they use spark crafting in Leviathan blood refining. So you know what kind of jobs would be on that refinery, wouldn't be needed. So
Okay.
Go ahead. So it'd be rolling tinker
Okay.
and risky. If you get a partial, your information will be a little out of date or a little incorrect in a unforeseen way when you go to apply for work. And if you fail, you'll be caught out as infiltrators although they won't necessarily recognize you off the top of the head, because Leviathan Hunters are a very large organization, and only a few people from that organization have actually dealt with you face to face, and they aren't the ones hiring people at refineries. So,
all right, I can do that. Let's see. That being said, Vimes or Flake, do you want to assist me within a dice to
Sure,
at least gather information so I can make an accurate assumption?
yep.
Yeah,
I don't know how I would assist you, but I will.
Just picking somebody else
Well,
up.
only one
What
person
jobs
can
are you hiring
Yeah,
for?
research harder.
I think only one person can assist. So
yeah.
So that was saying just one. So all right, I'll do a roll at 4d6. Yes, and I have a success, 1-6.
okay. So, the problem with this refinery, you actually know a little bit. You realize because it's different. You actually heard that this is sort of a secure, advanced prototype refinery. Is what it is officially. So they only normally let like engineers and technicians who are trusted and vetted, because it's non-standard. However, there's two types of jobs that they always need people for, and they aren't
sacrifices.
not sacrifices, but close. Frontline workers. One are the the meat hook specialists. Basically Leviathan blood is processed from Leviathan meat, which is cut out from Leviathans. And even after it's been hauled out of the ocean and, transported for weeks or months on ships, it's feisty. And so to get it into the industrial machinery, to start the process, you need strong people with meat hooks, to move it and, pull it out of storage and put it in the right thing. This is a job with a very high turnover rate.
Flake, your time has come.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. Now,
so that's what Vimes is going to do. Keep going.
Bullshit.
The other one is also dangerous, but in a more it's painters. They need people to constantly be painting and repairing the exterior pylons for the refinery, and the underside to keep it, because the water is especially corrosive in the channel, and it is constantly needing to be tended to. So you don't need to be as strong because they have a whole pulley system for the little platforms that you go down on, but obviously it's pretty nerve-wracking to be suspended 100 feet over the water, with just a wooden platform and a couple of ropes holding you from a very deadly drop.
Fear don't hurt. I got it.
Yeah, so those jobs you can get pretty easily. Now, you could get a technician or an engineer job if you built up a fake identity, but that's going to take basically another score to impersonate someone, to build up a legend or to use magic to disguise your face to look like someone else. Because these guys it's a union shop essentially, and they all know each other, or there's a whole whisper network of who's effective, who does what, who drinks on the job, and all that other stuff. So you would that would be to get a higher, more secure, safe position. You would have to social engineer your way in, go more spy. But those two jobs, if you show a modicum of technical skill, which all of you should be able to do pretty easily, and a willingness to go on there, you'll get on refinery number 4 pretty easily.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's those are your
they're a sister union.
Sister union to the Leviathan.
Yeah, like do they have labor ties with anybody else in the city, or better yet, a different city?
Let's see here. Yeah. They have, there's other sailors, dockers, sparkwrights. Those are worker organizations that they do a lot of work with and are allied with. There's also, who are they? They do know, people in Lockport, which is where Let's see here. Where most of the refining is actually done. Duskvol only does like about 10 or 20% of the blood refining. Lockport does most of it.
So what's the name of the union in Lockport?
Let's see here. I'll just be very ungraded. The Lockport refinery union. Yeah.
Local 535.
Yeah, local 535. We'll go with that. Local 535.
LRU, LaRue.
Yes. So I think I know how to do this. Salvage, you're a smart technician person, yes?
I did try to be, at least.
You
So
do good with things. You tell them you're from the LaRue. You know LaRue, right, Vimes?
Oh, yeah, the LaRue.
Yeah, the brothers and sisters in LaRue. You say you've come from LaRue, and you say that you've come by land without warning because in LaRue, what has always been feared, what happened, has happened, and management is trying to infiltrate union meetings with spies. And you are there to infiltrate back and find them. Mm-hmm. This is why you've brought a strapping young man such as Seth. And whatever Vimes is. Mm-hmm. You'll dress as something, I don't know.
So
He's a chameleon-like.
So we're coming in here as a particular union
yes.
buster.
Yeah, you be a brother from other union.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, you will need to do something to establish your legend other than just saying that. Like, you will need to do something to build some credibility. But there's...
Just
like
say it like you
documents?
mean it and we will be fine. It will just...
Forged
really
documents.
mean it.
Yeah, forged documents with a really good sway check would do it, yeah.
Oh, wow. Huh. I wonder if we can manage both of those.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, so yeah, you spend your now you do know also you'll have to be on a light load on this unless you take some sort of actions to smuggle in more equipment because
No armor or anything?
well, I mean light load is just 3 points of load, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So you can spend it whenever you want, but like
Oh, I get 5 because I'm
Beefy.
a freak. Yeah. Okay.
oh, you get a special thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Light doesn't count as anything. Medium counts as light.
Okay.
Heavy counts as medium. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you're basically you would need to be in a light load because if you're bringing in a lot of extra stuff, that's going to be highly suspicious because saboteurs are a thing. You know,
I'll just bring armor and my chimney piles.
well, you don't have to specify what they are.
Okay. All right.
Because it's like preparedness.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So you head to the docks, to the office, the refinery office, where they do the hiring, all that other stuff. The person there is let's see here, Birch, good old lady Birch. She's a tough manager. No, tough but fair, and she is eager to. Well, I mean, she sees the three of you dressed up in your worker outfits, and who's handing her the forged documents.
I am, of
right.
course.
Mm-hmm. She says she looks at them for a moment. Huh? Lockport, huh?
Hi. That's Lockport accent now.
Yeah, obviously.
I decided it. It's done.
The great dog of Lockport, he burned his long tail.
Please tell me Vimes sings that as well in character. Just begin singing a merry brogue.
Obviously, that's how you prove you're from Lockport.
How's Belle doing?
I'm sorry, whom?
Belle.
Belle?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, well as can be expected.
Yeah? And And how is Bell doing particularly? Did he say anything to you? Now you
All
can
right,
give
so I'll take a flashback now.
me. Yep.
As I am going to go out and like obviously there's got to be there's some interaction between the communities, so we did the legwork to figure out who the particulars in the LaRue were.
All right.
So I would be prepared for a question like this.
All right. There's gonna be a 1 point flashback.
well.
But you can give me any kind of check you want to dig up that information.
Well, gosh, Ross, what do you think I'm gonna do?
Probably.
Would anyone like to help me lie?
Can I just
I'll give you a point. So
would looming help?
I'll do that basically with general, again, a technical knowledge too. It's like, how dare you? So we took so much on these different projects right now, and everything else, and just go into technobabble. So
Crit.
All right. Yeah, Bell's been dead for 20 years. He's
So yeah, as well as could be expected, considering he's, well, I guess worm food isn't really the phrase we use around here. You know, the ghost wardens, they came for his spirit, Lassie. They took his lucky charms.
All right. Let me look these paperwork over. So she says, well, it's a tall order you're asking, and I wasn't given any advance warning about this, which is highly unusual, but...
They may already be inside.
All right.
It's
Finding their ways through the heart of labor.
It's
Like
that's
a
what,
hookworm in the bowels of the people.
as he said, but slightly less dramatically, we're trying to be a bit covert.
Okay.
That's how you find them out, isn't it?
All right. Give me a sway check. This is risky. All
right. Can I get one from somebody?
With my angry Marxism rant?
I would allow that.
Marxism intensifies. Oh, well, can I say that crit bumps my partial to a full?
I didn't really give you anything for the crit. That's true. I did not give you anything. So.
You stingy bastard.
No. So that is a good point. I will give you additional effect on this roll, so that'll bump it up. So she says, "How will you know? How will you find them?"
Oh, we'll know.
Okay.
Look, I mean, like, here's the deal, right? Like, you're here, you're in the duel of the empire and all that. So maybe you don't have to do a whole lot of, it's more the labor and less the organizing. But like, you were from Lockport, it's a rougher place, right? Mm-hmm. And it takes a lot more effort to keep everybody pulling in the same direction. So we know what it looks like. We're going to rely on our existing expertise. And when I say expertise, I at this point gesture to Flake, who I have coached to, brandish his chimney paws at this point.
Yeah, I just make clinky hands with him. Yeah.
Well, okay. I'm not surprised that they'd be sending people in for Refinery 4. Refinery 4 is a
wretched hive of scum and villainy.
No. Where our best of the best are, because it's so important to our future.
Oh, you mean okay.
Yeah.
You mean, yeah.
I don't know. Have they told you anything about Refinery 4?
I mean, it's a good place to die hard, apparently.
A good coin.
There's a special project underway, and I don't know a lot about it. I know it's very important. Lord Strangford's taken personal hand in it. There's a special advisor on board, heavily tattooed fellow. People call him Ink. Do what he says. But
so I realize there's probably a hard limit on what you can tell us, given the obviously, covert nature of this project, but anything that you can let us know to help us, achieve our collective aims here will make everything smoother and better for everyone.
Well, like I said, if Ink says jump, you say how high. He's in charge no matter what anyone else says. And the special project takes precedence even over normal refining operations. We only have these refineries as sort of a backstop in case your beloved city stops sending us ectoplasm for some reason, an emergency capacity. But things are tense, there's a lot of fighting in the streets that people are worried about, and Ink's been apparently very on edge lately. There's been an unexpected delay on his end. They're waiting for some special machinery to come in, but it hasn't arrived yet, and he won't even give the actual specifications of what it looks like or how to fit it in with the rest of the special. Well, it's a lot, so do whatever you can to get on Ink's good side, because once you're out there, his word is law, and he's a very exacting overseer. You know what I mean? So
Gotcha.
He is management.
On Refinery 4, yes.
Who is closest to him?
The only person I've seen I know of that is above him is Lord Strangford himself.
No, not Strangford. Closest to him, his secretary, his gopher.
I don't know.
Who do you think is the traitor here?
I don't know. I didn't know that there was a traitor. I would have Ink. This is a lapse in Ink's judgment if he let someone like that on board.
We specialize in finding traitors. It will be someone close to him.
Well, I don't know much about the day-to-day on there. It's pretty. Everyone there keeps actually, they don't really go offshore that much. So I haven't been able to chat with too many people there, except for the scrapers and the meat hooks. But they tend to burn out pretty quickly there. Yeah, that's about all I can say about it. But you'll be on the next boat, leaving in a couple hours. Get ready there. And I wish you the best of luck. And I'll send word back to Lockport to let them know that you got here safe and sound.
Sounds good.
Yes. Yep. You know the secret box, yes?
The secret box?
Yes, for inter-labor communication.
I know how to communicate safely and securely. Don't worry about it. I've been doing this longer than you have.
Okay, so. But it's the very specialized coop. May take a while to get back message. Just saying. Anyway, good day. I'll find traitor now.
Okay. All right.
Please.
So, yeah. You all have a couple time to do something before the boat goes, if you want to, or you can just wait for the boat to show up and take you to Refinery 4.
Salvage.
Yes.
These pendants that we all carry, that keep the ghosts out. Is there any way you could think of that we could screw around with them? Actually, you know what? I mean, Flake, you're a fucking magician at this point too.
Yes. Powerful wizard.
Yeah. So I mean, we all feel like we know who Mr. Ink is, right?
Yes.
Yeah, fairly obvious.
So he's visited us all before. And I feel like it would be in the nature of a demon to look at us and say, even disguised as we are, oh, I see your true essence, or, yada blah, some other Audra bullshit.
So why we must kill him quickly?
Yeah, he's a demon. I wonder how. I don't think the killing's going to take.
Oh, but he's to die in such a way. Yeah. To die torn apart and by such power. He's not a little appealing. Not a little appealing to think of this as the way to go.
But the problem is,
and what if you win? Have you thought of this? Oh, did you kill the demon with hands?
Yeah, but that's at least the likelihood of that happening when we're supposed to be, gathering information or sowing dissent for our purposes. That
how you know unless you try. I just say, I just say this, but yes, go on.
No, I don't think it's a terrible idea in turn. It's just, I don't think we have the level of preparation beforehand. But maybe being able to modify the medallion so he doesn't recognize us as on par immediately. So maybe something throws his scent off, so to speak.
Right. I think we're all on the same page here. That
Actually, Salvage, you did recognize. You did make your demon background research check. Demons are still corporeal creatures. They can't automatically sense that they've met you before. Their main abilities are their strength and speed. They can talk in any language. They can travel through their own element. And they can view through their own element. So a fire demon can gaze into a fireplace and see out the cook stove at a tower down the lane. So they won't automatically make you.
Okay.
But he is an intelligent and ancient creature, so he may just be able to see through your disguise because he's smart and perceptive. But he doesn't have an auto win in this ability in this area. So,
Gotcha.
But it's still obviously risky the more you interact with ink.
Right.
So
can I get closer to the meat hook gang going over on the boat?
Yeah.
Is there a stall nearby where I could buy anything to pass around, like smokes or something?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I will do that. I will pass around smokes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll spend a coin.
Okay.
We all have cigarettes, and I will make friends. I will try and make friends with my fellow meat hook slaves.
Okay. Well, they're not slaves, but they're just...
Well, it's capitalism. It's all kind of slaves, as far as Flake's concerned.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, wage slave in that sense, not literal slaves. They're taking this job because it pays well, and they don't ask questions about where you come from. That kind of job.
Yeah.
So, you can make a controlled consort check if you have that, or command if you want to be that kind of
Smoke, damn it.
Yeah. I don't know how do you try to
command, but no violence.
Yeah.
I'll try and be alpha, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, you're the natural leader.
I'll toss a point to you.
Thank you.
Hello, fellow workers.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm definitely not a poisonous crook.
Yeah.
6, 3, and 3.
With a 6, they realize they recognize your position in the hierarchy, that you're above them, but they're actually pretty happy to get a cigarette, and they're happy to chat with you. Some of them are veterans, a couple of them are new meat. This is the first time doing the job, and so there's a sort of it becomes visibly more relaxed and joking, don't worry if you get lonely at night, guys, there's plenty of meat on those hooks. Yeah, that kind of level of locker room humor.
I just ignore Vimes and Salvage and just blend in amongst them. Like the guy who made that joke, I just hug and start laughing uproariously.
Yeah.
Oh, you're my favorite. This guy. We start dancing. It's very festive.
Yeah, it's very festive. There's a just very detailed conversation about where you would want to get stabbed first in a bar fight. And there's
I could discourse so much.
Yeah, there's so much discourse. Some say no, the hand, because then you can disarm them with it, and then kill them with their own knife. Others say above the knee. Some say, there's a lot of going on back and forth. Yeah. So you've made friends, as it were. So that's what you're doing before the boat shows up. Vimes, Salvage, were you going to try and modify the thing? You can still try to modify your Spirit Bane charms to conceal yourself or your aura from the demon, to make him ignore me, essentially.
Sure. Yeah, so just do a a perception filter on it, so where his attention goes somewhere else. Though we do essentially have our tracking ritual still. So if he just gets close,
ritual, it's a Geiger
our Geiger counter. So sorry, but bye.
Yeah, no.
But the Geiger presence. So, but that means that at least if we keep that on or more, is it an obvious ritual or?
Yep.
Okay.
Rituals are all obvious.
Okay, that's a question that I had since this is not what I've done. So all right,
you can't do it here. You can't. You have to wait. It's not that long range. You're on the docks right now, waiting for the boat to take you to the middle of the harbor.
Oh no, I figured. No, that was a wait until doing it immediately in. So I just didn't know how long it lasted or if it would help.
Depends on how well you roll when you do it.
Yeah.
So
and I definitely will need help on the attune on this since I am not very good. So.
I will assist.
Well, no, you can't assist because you're consorting with the guys.
Damn it.
But I was assisting him, so yeah, I'll gadfly about once.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try for one and see.
Yeah, once Flake dismisses me, you can have a point of me as well.
Okay.
All right. So,
Sorry, Vimes.
no,
It's all good.
so
It's fine.
are you trying to? So you are trying to make the perception filter on the Spirit Bane charms.
Yes. So
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and see if I can modify those.
Okay. This is going to be risky.
right.
If a partial means you get reduced effect, or you can only affect one Spirit Bane charm, I'll let you choose. Failure, obviously, it's not good. And full success means it works in all three. So
Okay. I was trying to think of at least what you did right now. Could we have had a flashback to possibly prepare for an eventuality of something? Maybe
I mean, you knew. Okay, that's a 0 point flashback to say you've already
to Audra off to the side.
You've already modified these things, so this could be a flashback. So
it's just an activation is the big issue.
Yeah. So well, I mean, it's a roll either way. So just
all right.
Let's see how effective it was.
Yeah, not average roll,
but it's obviously a tune because it's spoopy stuff.
Oh, succeeded. So
With a 6, okay.
Yep.
All right. So the demon will not auto recognize you. I will say, even with a full success, though, it is less effective as a Spirit Bane charm. But you're not expecting to run into any ghosts out here unless you murder someone. So don't murder people and let their bodies give it time for the ghost to escape their body.
Gonna try not to do that then.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to tell Flake.
Yeah. If you kill a ghost, if you kill somebody, make sure you burn their body quickly, because otherwise the ghost could get out and it may be able to possess you through your Spirit Bane charm.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the one who always has to tell him that.
So
I put my hand on my nose. I don't know what you want.
all right, so you activate the 3 Spirit Bane charms. By the time,
Don't look at me.
yeah. Vimes, are you doing anything before the boat shows up?
I was helping everybody else out, I guess.
Okay. All right, so the boat shows up. You all load in there. It's like a tugboat-sized ship. There's about 30 people going out there. Yeah, it's you will be taking meals on there. You have a 2-week work period. And then, because contracts are only 2 weeks, because apparently it's very, like high turnover kind of work. And people, well, it's a very, people can only work for up to 2 weeks on this, before they burn out. You all head out to the refinery, which is actually pretty well lit from a distance. You see it, there's numerous, spotlights set up around it. You do notice there is actually a small cutter that is circling it, with armed hunters to look, and they're not just searching for other vessels, they're actually looking for swimmers, people trying to sneak onto the refinery by swimming from this far out. You would take some kind of supernatural means to not succumb to the bitter cold waters. There are teams of scrapers working, and painters working to keep the refinery. You can almost feel the energy radiating from the place before before you get close to it. Just an electric sense in the air. Your skin sort of tingles. The place must be generating a tremendous amount of power. And you can also see that they have is very high up, and they have a very large sort of platforms that can be hoisted up, not just for people but for entire ships. They hook on ships and pull them up to offload them. But there's also scaffolding at the bottom in a rickety ladder system that they can pull up and down, and that's how you're going to be going up. But yeah, they are. So you have to go. It has 4 supports, so kind of a square shaped, just massive industrial sprawl sitting out in the middle of the harbor. It's kind of you're kind of surprised at the size of it and the complexity. It's bigger. Even you knew it was bigger, Salvage, but this is a lot more than you were expecting.
I'm actually rather impressed by it. So,
but they're also hauling up a large cargo container, which you know is full of Leviathan meat, ready to be processed.
Is it banging around as it's trying to escape its container?
Not. I mean, it's swaying a bit, but they have a bunch of wards on it. It's not until they open it up that it really gets feisty. When it senses living creatures nearby. So as each of you climbs up the ladder, it's not a ladder, it's stairs. They actually have like stairs that you go up, carrying your one, duffel bag of spare clothes and, whatnot. Which you were searched, by the way. So, but you had light load, so you were able to conceal whatever you had on you. You are very far ashore. Of course, you do notice that there are some lifeboats that you could take in a hurry if you need to, but when you get to the sort of you get inside the middle, you're brought into from the stairs into the middle of this refinery, and there's just very loud pipes with steam and hissing. There are others with various liquids, the gauges everywhere, workers frantically running to and fro, fixing things, repairing things, disassembling things, foremen yelling. It is a hive of activity. But there is a very, very small petite woman in, overalls, goggles, safety helmet, hands you all safety helmets, ear protections and your own goggles. And looks at each of you and very, very quickly and efficiently assigns you to areas. Now, you were assigned essentially as technician. Are you, so Vimes, you were, Salvage was assigned as a technician, right? To spy on things.
I'm just a painter.
You're just a painter, and Flake is going with the meat hooks.
Yeah, so can we have a huddle before we split up?
Yeah.
All right. I will make friends down there. Mm-hmm. And I have seen water conditions like this. I know what can happen here. I will make that happen if you give me signal. And it'd be very distracting.
Okay, so how distracting do we need this signal to be?
Well, we don't need it happen all, but if whatever you are looking for is not found and you need to cause big distract, give me signal. And since we are the fuck up, we fuck up big, right? This is the good part of every plan. If it fuck up big. Mm-hmm. What is the code word?
Let's roll with that.
What is the code word? Quickly, before I go.
No.
That's not enough.
The terrible code word.
I mean,
it just violates the very principle of a code word.
No, I mean it's extended. It's extended like your
swan. That is a code word. It's like you did not go school. How do you know so much about? He knows so much about machine. He not know code. I just mumble to myself as I go.
It's like I don't socialize with people on a regular basis.
Okay. Yeah. So you'll each have a scene. So Salvage will do your scene first.
Okay.
So you are brought to a engineer who also goes by the name Bell. And Bill looks at you and, Lockport. Well, yeah, not surprised we would need, I'm not surprised we reached out to Lockport. I mean, I didn't hear anything about it, but there's a lot going on here.
Kind of a surprise to me too. So, but I go to where the money goes.
Mm-hmm. It says here that you're pretty good at Sparkcraft.
That's my primary proficiency. Yes.
Good. We're working on large Sparkcraft stuff. I don't very and also sort of experimental. So, where I'm going to put you with Song. Song is you'll be assisting Song. Song is you're not going to understand what this Sparkcraft is for. You're just fixing a part of a very much larger system. All right. So don't bog down Song with too many questions. All right. Just do what Song wants. All right. Song is actually about to wake up. So why don't you go introduce yourself to her and just help her. She'll be basically it's a lot of like calibrating a machine, so a lot of fiddly stuff. It's an unpleasant place, but that's it. Here's your bunk. We're hot bunking. If your shift overlaps with your bunkmate, well, you two will have to figure it out. Any questions?
Not the first time I fought for this place to sleep, so
Yeah, well,
okay.
don't fight here. There's ink. Well, technically, Lord Strangford's aide de camp, Helker is in charge, but if Helker says one thing and Ink says the other, do what Ink says. All right.
Fair enough. So, but I know, money asks the question right now too, but it seems like a lot of weird right now, especially if you're asking for something to go wrong, if not everybody knows at least specific functions of the machine too, especially if something else goes wrong in another area.
Then it's not your problem. Specialization, compartmentalization, just do your job and don't worry about the others. Ink has it all figured out. All right. And Ink knows the whole design and will be able to tell you if you fuck up. If you fuck up, it's going to be real unpleasant. Even technicians get painter duty for a shift if they fuck up.
Oh, well,
I've done it
that's
once.
That's enough.
I've done it once. All right, and that was enough.
I kind of figured that too. So, all right. Thank you so much for help. So appreciate it.
All right. So go to bunk 6 and knock on the door and tell them you're Song's new assistant.
Oh, God, I hate bunk 6.
What? You just got here.
So sorry, force of habit. So.
Okay. So you knock on the door. What?
So Song, I'm Salvage, your new that's like your new engineer.
A woman throws open the door. She's holding a bottle of whiskey in her hand. Takes a swig from it. It's about goddamn time I got an assistant. All right. Let me get my shit on. We're going to, have you already eaten?
Not yet, but I'm okay.
Well,
So,
too late. You have to wait till the end of shift. That's 8 hours from now.
I got jerky rations. I'm good. So.
All right. If you have to piss, there's a bucket in the corner.
So I think I'm good right now. So cool. But I was like, I'm really actually eager to get to start to work.
All right. So you follow her as she heads off to a part of the refinery. You're taken to a room that's sort of like kind of cone shaped a bit, like very wide on one end and very narrow at the other, and all these pipes coming from other areas of the refinery are leading to the end point of this into like it ends in this little tunnel, and some of the pipes are opened up and reveal intricate machinery inside. Like the most delicate hulls you've ever seen have had that level of machinery, but like never on this scale. And she has a very large tray set across from that with different sort of tubes and capacitors. And says, all right, so we're going to be testing capacity for various gauges on here. And so, yeah, the main thing is, do you know sign language?
Do I? So
I don't know.
in this case, depends on what sign language you are talking about. So I've learned a little bit with some of my friends who are. That's like when we need to do overwork, but I might not know
This
your
would be
signals.
a 2-point flashback, and if you spend that, then yes, you could know sign language. Because of course you would know a worker sign language to know how to communicate with somebody in very loud environments.
Let's see. You said a 2.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and spend that. So.
All right. So of course you knew this would happen.
Yeah.
So of course you learned how to communicate in it's not a full sign language. It's hit more codes of pass me X type of tool, push this button, push that lever. It's just what you need to do your job.
Yeah, so, I'm assuming more baseball signals
than
ASL.
Song hands you very, very large, thick ear protectors. You want to put these on before they'll cover up most of the sound.
Is it really just from the machinery or the screaming of the souls?
Actually, the latter.
So, I didn't think that was. I was more joking about that, but okay.
Oh, well, I'm not. It's screaming. Don't go in the tunnel. Whatever you do, don't go in that tunnel.
So, just a lot of ghosts in there, I presume.
Don't go in there, and don't ask questions.
Sorry, force of habit. Fair enough. So,
all right. So you get to work. You don't have to roll to do your job, but actually, give me. This will be for the only time you have to do this, but give me a insight resistance check.
Insight resistance. Okay. All right. Oh, God. Of course, that would be my lowest one.
How was that your lowest one? That's study, survey, and tinker.
Oh, so that would be okay. So, I thought that we.
Yeah, insight. Look at your character sheet.
Yeah, so we every time right now that resets when we're doing a level, right?
No, insight. Is...
Not the XP checks.
Oh, okay. So that would be 3 then, I guess, for that.
Yep.
So, okay, cool. Sorry. 1 success.
Well, it's not. It's a resistance check. What was your highest roll?
6.
Okay. So yeah, no. Yeah, there is a lot of screaming, which indicates to you that that's not soul screaming. That's a person screaming.
Oh no. So just kind of look around at Song again as we're working.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can't talk. She has the ear protectors on. You can use sign language.
Yeah,
you can ask her to pause.
Yeah, just pause for a second and point down. Is the scream coming from the tunnel?
Yes.
All right. Just do whatever camera. It's that doesn't. It's no ghost ?
Just keep working. Pass me that wrench.
Fair enough. So, All right, hand that to her and keep my head down, although I am trying to observe everything that I can.
Okay. At the end of your shift, you'll be able to make a single check to passively figure something out. But that's the beginning of your shift, and so follows is 8 hours of work. Let's see here. Vimes, it's your turn. You're taken to where the painters are taken, and
paint.
Yep, and there's basically a large station set up on the bottom level of the refinery, and there are winch and pulley. There's an automatic winch and pulley system, and you can see it's actually set up on rails so they can guide these platforms all around the station. Which is pretty nifty. And there is a control room where someone with a lot of mirrors set up so you can see all angles of the interior or of the exterior, bottom exterior, can sort of control things and guide them around. And they use sort of a voice-powered radio or telephone system. So there's cables following up the pulley system. So all right. So put on your safety harness. We're going to put you on scraping duty first. We got to scrape off old paint before we can put the new paint on. We do this in patches and we just keep working, basically nonstop, because by the time we've painted everything over, the oldest paint needs to be, really painted over. It takes us about 2 months to make one full pass.
Cycle.
Yeah, a cycle. Yep. So, you're given a brief safety lecture. I assume Vimes is very attentive. And
I mean, it is the fucking safety lecture. They might actually say something important out here on this island where we're going to be swinging on ropes and painting. Like, I am a tough motherfucker, but part of that comes from observation.
Yep. So it seems to be pretty by the numbers. They're used to dealing with people just showing up and doing the work. One guy on your shifts immediately gets cold feet though. And the foreman, comes over. You just want to be a little passenger on here? You want to have a little vacation on this? How much coin do you have? I mean, I don't have any coin. That's why I took the job. Well, how the fuck are we going to feed you? Why the fuck should we pay to feed you and house you if you're not doing the goddamn work? The guy's having the new fish is having a nervous breakdown when he looked over the side and realized what he had to do. It was really, so what do you think we should do? Huh? So he's just screaming at him. Everyone's watching. Vimes, you realize the foreman is doing this to sort of make an example out of him, to keep the rest of you in line. Are you just going to watch, or are you going to intervene in some way?
I'm not gonna make myself a target while the foreman's watching, but like, I mean, that's how this goes, right? Like, it's the nature of things that the foreman needs to do this, but it would also be beneficial if the guy was able to function. So afterwards, I will go over and try to talk confidence back into him.
Well, the foreman says, all right, if you don't get on that on the next, can anyone get this piece of slime onto a platform? Otherwise we'll have to toss him out with a fish. And everyone laughs. Well, some people laugh. The other newcomers look very, not cool with that.
All right. So I'm going to imagine at this point that the costuming I have done, very much going for a Bruce Wayne on Skid Row, sort of old grizzled, or not even old necessarily, but old beyond years, grizzled, and be like, all right, this isn't my first rodeo. I've helped more than one newbie make their way through something that scared them. Give me a chance. You'd rather have one more body than one more bag full of chum, right?
Just going full Matches Malone.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can try and sway the newcomer to.
And that's what I'm gonna do.
This is controlled because the consequences aren't going to be bad for you.
Okay, I got a 6 out of that.
Okay. Yeah. You look at the guy. So what is your approach?
I realize this is way too 20th century or 21st century, but I'm just gonna try to normalize his emotions. It's like, look, this is a dangerous job that you've signed up for. You're right. It is perfectly reasonable for you to feel fear about this, but that's just your body trying to tell you that you're about to do a dangerous thing. Listen to it, believe it, but don't let it rule you.
All right. Yeah, he goes. He looks at you. He's like, yeah, no, I need this job. I need this money.
Yeah.
So
there's a reason this pays well. You knew the risk when you took it on. Okay.
Yeah.
You can do this. You wouldn't have done it if you didn't. There's other things you could have done if you didn't think you could do this. It is not bigger than you.
Yeah. All right. So I can't go back to prison again. I owe too much money.
I'm too pretty.
Yeah. So yeah, he gets on. So good job. So you made a friend. He's very grateful to you. We'll say his name is, he calls himself, Thistle. So yeah, that's, now you can give me a, resolve, resistance check to see how well you deal with this shit. 'Cause yeah, it's not fun. Yep. You're like, yep.
It ain't a thing.
Yep. After what you've been through, it ain't.
It ain't a thing at all. There's my 6.
All right. So that's how your shift goes. At the end of your shift, you
Yep.
can figure out one thing.
All right.
But we'll first let's see how Flake is doing at work. So you're let off with the other meat hook guys, and it's a pretty simple process. Take a meat hook, depending on the size of the chunk. There's small chunks, there's medium chunks, and there's big chunks. And you got to get it in the grinder without getting hit. Look out for errant tentacles. Sometimes they grow back and they pull you in. And that doesn't happen too often. But look out for teeth as well. If you see a bunch of teeth, let them know, because they got to cut them out. The teeth are too hard beaks really. Beaks are too hard for the grinder, so you got to cut them out. And if there's a stoppage, someone's got to reach in and pull the beak out, or chisel it out or something. So it's hard work, but they don't.
If we cut out beak, we keep?
No, officially no. But if you see a beak and you cut it out and without telling anybody and pocket it,
Yeah, I'd not tell anyone for you too either, brother.
Yeah.
Beak brothers.
Yeah.
Just instantly boss flaking him. Yeah.
Yeah. So beaks apparently used as a currency, but you gotta take a risk in order to get a beak for yourself. Because they're kind of like, how people sometimes grow teeth inside their tumors. It's like that. So it's just kind of gross. Yeah, no, it's extremely...
No, we live in hell. Flake is 100% okay with that. He understands.
There's also eyeballs, bits of people occasionally, tentacles.
Who's the youngest, saddest, orphanist looking worker on the hell dock? Give me Tiny Tim. What is the most Dickensian nightmare child they can keep alive out here?
There's a very lanky guy, very thin. His name is literally Oliver. He is very sad looking. You're kind of apparently the only reason why they keep him on is because the longest reach out of anyone there, because he's like Oliver Twist, but he was playing for the NBA.
But he is well beloved for his long reach.
He's tolerated for his long reach. He's not hated. That's aside from, there's not many people, not anyone really is beloved. People find him
all
useful.
right, I guess I'll take Oliver. I'll do what I can.
What are you gonna do with Oliver?
I'm gonna work next to Oliver, and I'm gonna work really hard. Like, I'm gonna give Oliver light duties.
Okay.
All day until I hear a safe word.
Okay. Give me a prowess resistance check to see how well you handle the work.
I need to pull up something to roll the dice. That's what I need to do. I have 3d6, so.
Yep. I will check the
partial 2, 3, 4.
So that's 2 stress, or you can take a level 1 wound. Look, Dicebot's back. But because it's physically dangerous work.
I will take 1 wound.
Okay. You take a level 1 harm. And people are like, you're blooded in. Blood makes oils the grinder. So
sucker wounds.
Mm-hmm. That could have been a beak wound, sucker wounds. Slapped by a tentacle.
Flake's fine with it. I flick blood on a person next to me. He's like, a blood fight. 'Cause his thing would do.
Yep.
In old neighborhood, blood fight. Yeah.
All right. So
really staying chummy and trying to take as much of old Oliver's workload as I can. Just
All right, you won't have to do any more. None of you will have to make any more resistance checks. For this is just you acclimating to work. Yeah. So that's how your first shift goes. So Salvage, what did you want to? What do you want to figure out while you're doing this work? What question do you want answered more than anything else?
So I was going to say the source of the screams or what that was, but actually that tunnel. So specifically, what about it right now is making it so off limits?
Okay, that would be a tinker check.
Okay,
you've been studying this shit for a day now, or a shift.
So at least
you can use dice. It looks like dice rolling is working again.
Is it back up again? Okay.
Yeah, I just tested it.
I don't want to do that. The other one's been letting me win.
Oh, I see how it is.
Exactly. Okay, well, they're forgiving me. So I did get a succeed.
Okay. You're getting, since this is meant to process and channel an enormous amount of energy. And it's not just like ghost energy. You realize this is actually meant to process the energy of beings, not ghosts. So demons, or the Leviathans, perhaps. I mean, Leviathans are demons. So the person on there at the other end is obviously, well, that's going to be a future part of a hull. Not ship, but refinery is going to be transformed into a hull, the likes of which you've never heard of before, even bigger than the Soul Engine. Like, it's the size of a building, very large building. But they're being kept alive now because they're preparing for something. You're guessing that they're waiting for the Soul Engine so they can plug it into this.
And use it as a catalyst for what they're wanting to build. Yeah.
So you're not sure what. So whatever this is, it's on a scale you can scarcely imagine.
Oh, this is bad.
Almost a scale like robbing human beings of most of their ability to control themselves.
That's
perhaps.
That sounds...
like I said, you're in the guts of it. You'd have to, So, Vimes, what do you want to figure out while you're working?
I feel like, and I mean, out of character, anyone can bust me on this, but like, I kind of want to know how long things have been, like, particularly like this. I know the refinery operation has been here for a while, but like, with the paint crew, I feel like the most useful question I can answer is like, how long have they been at this sort of, how long have things been fever pitched?
Okay. Yeah. That's a good, that's something you could try and, you could figure out, by making some observations and calculations, and a few well-placed questions. So
essentially I'm going to spin a folksy tale about so all like not quite Big Rock Candy Mountain, but traveling laborer tales of here's what I was doing at time and place, and just try to get somebody to out how long things have been like this here. And I got a 5.
Okay. You get enough. You don't get a full answer. But it seems it's been less than a year. It's been maybe, it really started gearing up, less than a year. Certainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was asking for that fact to try to correlate it. Do I remember anything happening, like anything newsworthy, noteworthy in the city that we could sort of start putting this together? If you want me to pay for that as a flashback, even.
Well, I mean, you have a sense of timeline, but it's about. I mean, your crew has been operating actually for a little over a year now, so.
Right, but I know we're not the proximal cause of this.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's a partial, so you just don't have enough information yet.
Okay.
You do know that there are. You do realize there are places you can get that information. There's various offices. In fact, the office of your painters things would have documents that you could get that could let you get a better sense of the timetable of this.
Sure.
So
Right.
yeah,
I'll keep that in my pocket.
Yep. Flake, you're not trying to figure things out. You're trying to befriend everybody. So, you're doing a pretty good job of that. You can roll if you want to try and get additional effect, but you're getting some effect right now just by doing that. So, because you also,
I just want to be here as the failsafe in case
Okay.
We need a distraction to go move and get something or do something.
Okay. So you all three have time in the cafeteria to talk to one another before your next shift. So you can briefly.
Is the cafeteria really segregated?
No, it's not. It's basically like everything's so frantic here that like people just come and get meals when they can. It's kind of like craft services at a movie more than anything else. It's not very large either. So you have to eat your meal quickly and get out. Some people are just grabbing their food and there's standing room. Like if you don't get a good table early on.
Okay, we'll all sit together then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will definitely get a table.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a problem. So the three of you sit together, and you can whisper amongst yourselves, without worrying about being eavesdropping or anything. So,
yeah.
What do you want to do? Or what do you get? You talk to each other.
The bulls, I worry they are too nice. I may need to act up to sow the seeds of discontent before things happen. But I think they're pliable. I think Swan Song is good to go.
It's good to know. Good to know
Okay.
we've got that in our pocket.
All right.
So, Salvage, how's it going?
This thing is absolutely intricate. It dwarfs the Soul Engine, for whatever they're attempting to do. But I'm more concerned about the fact that they are apparently there's not a fit as far as I can tell. The main shunt or chute that the most of the machinery leads down to it has live people that they may be torturing or operating on or doing something to prime them for being power sources for this thing.
Okay.
So I don't know what
Do
yet.
you tell us the bit about like this being built to absorb demons?
Yes. So yeah, I'm just disclosing all the information.
So probably not actually restoring the seal then, huh?
No, which is what our concern was, that
So
they had an ulterior
they
motive.
break seal and turn it in some sort of demon eat engine.
That's beginning to be my read on it.
Yeah, that they could at least absorb that energy for repurposing or control.
Wait.
We're
I
waiting.
think he wants you to wait.
Are you going to eat that off your plate, Salvage?
Go for it, man. You've probably been way more hungry than I am.
Thank you. I'm very hungry. Mini suckers at work today. Anyway, if it machine turn demon man in energy, yes?
As far as we can tell, that's the thing.
What if our inky friend fell into machine in horrible tragedy?
Ugh.
I mean,
Look at the working conditions at this factory. Anything could happen.
Salvage, do you feel like, is it actually ready to eat a bunch of demons yet, or is it just being built?
A test demon. Just
I'm
one.
assuming it's being built right now, but I can't unfortunately give an accurate answer because the tunnel really is what I would be able to see most of the information from, and that's being blocked off, or at least I'm being warned off of it.
Well, you actually don't know if the tunnel would have the information.
That's an assumption. But if I'm going to be completely honest, I think that it's probably not functional yet, even for a test run.
Right.
They're probably waiting for the Soul Engine to be in place before they do anything with that.
Right. So I mean, I appreciate what you're saying there, Flake. That sounds like a great idea, other than the bit where it's not ready to do that yet.
Ugh, well, fine. What will you do then? I will just be down here wrestling horrible tentacle monstrosities with the child labor they have stolen from the city. Don't mind me. Take your time. It's wonderful down there. Yes, this is why I became bloodthirsty criminal, because I love the lifestyle. Blood. Liam the Flake. I will go kill Demon Man by self.
Salvage, you can give me another tinker check.
Okay.
And Vimes, you could give me a study check to figure out where you could get more useful information about the nature of this machine. So you have a good idea of what the input's going to be. Demons. What will it output?
I have one partial success.
I'd buy that book if I saw it.
Not quite sure how, but I'm not going to study about it.
Okay,
I'm going to get someone else to do the studying for me. Like, I am going to lie my way into it. I am going to ask, essentially, just like, I feel like this is a Gomer Pyle maneuver, for lack of anything better. I'm just going to ask the dumbest questions until they reveal like what I'm actually going for.
Okay. You ask a bunch of dumb questions, and it eventually it's like, well, where do the messages to the boss go? Oh, well, they go to the Ink's office on the top deck. It's the special office. So that's
right. But where do the messages go?
Well, to him, there's a little slot in the door. You just put him in there. You don't. I mean,
okay, but where do the messages go?
In the slot in the office.
Oh, the slot in the office. Okay.
Well, it's in the door of the office. You just put it in there, like the mail, like how rich people get mail that's addressed to them, and
like armor.
No, like letters. Rich people write letters. Yeah. They can read, and they write letters to each other.
All right, this continues for some time.
Yeah. So there's on the top deck of the ship of the refinery. Sorry, there is a special office for Inkblood or for Ink. No one calls him Inkblood. Yeah. No one calls him Inkblood. And he spends most of the time in there. And
only my dad calls me Inkblood.
Yeah. So if you could lure Ink out, someone could go in the office and get that. But no, you got a 6. There is one other place. There is also a schematics office, which has the full schematics of everything. It is kept under lock and key. It's actually not too far from where Salvage works, but there are there's 2 guards on it at all times, and it is a locked door. It's a very small office, and basically, when you go there, you have to make an appointment, and there will be someone there to unlock it for you. And they will watch you as you pick documents out. So there's 2 places where the documents, explaining what the fuck this is, are kept. But, engineers need access to schematics on a regular basis, or at least parts of it. So there's an archivist who manages the schematics office, and Ink is in his office. So the archivist is named, let's see here, Mara. So, yeah, you have 2 places you could go. Now, of course, you haven't even also tried your ritual to figure out where there's demonic activity.
All right. If we want to, I can do that. Was I able to pull out anything else for my partial?
That just kind of... I would say with your partial, the tunnel is probably actually not going to lead you to more information about, like, what it outputs. It's just going to give you more information about the nature of its workings, how it converts demons into something, but not into what. So it's more about the middle steps. So, but of course there will be a person there, a living person you could talk to who might know, but they're being hooked up to the spark craft. So they're being
might not give us more information.
Well, they actually probably would be very eager to give you information if you're willing to break them out, but or kill them. Mercy killing.
It's one or the other. Okay.
Yeah, so,
look, man, whether you are mercy killing the child from Omelos or trying to kill 2 guards while the rest of the station is distracted, or any number of things, I don't think everything is helped by a riot. I'm just saying. Like, everything is helped by a riot of the proletariat from below in the bowels of the factory. Just, you could kill guards and not be heard. You could sneak into offices. The whole thing's available. Just if the riot's big enough. Yeah.
If the riot's big enough.
Just saying.
Fair enough on there. Okay.
Hey, it's not going to make the city worse. It's offshore. So there's that.
So we'll just keep Stradler and Waldorf safe then. Got it.
Yeah. It's just the other gang war we started.
That's
all right.
We got a problem. Well, I don't see how gang war can't solve this problem.
Flake's just looking at you with like a fork and knife in the cafeteria, just moving them up and down.
What was your life like before we met you?
Oh, it's empty. Yes, it's not good, obviously. So we do this then, right?
Well, let's see if we can get some more of the information here. So, do we need to find an area to do the ritual so we're not as out in the open?
I would say you could do that. That's actually not too hard. When you do have some time off, of course, you have to give up sleep to do it. So it'll cost you 1 stress on top of whatever the ritual normally does.
So can we all meet up to do the ritual from our night bunks or whatever?
Yeah. So let's see here.
I assume this is a sort of a factory town since we are offshore.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It is a factory town. So let's see here. Ghost, hulls, vampires, magnitude, rituals. There we go.
Vimes. Just say the word. Say the word.
Well, we know what the word is.
Let's see here.
You are right about the value of a riot, but I am right about the value of timing.
Okay, so I'm gonna say cost an additional 2 stress that you can split up among the group to cast.
I'll take 1.
Okay, and I would say the way it works is you will actually have to make a you'll have to use some trance powder on yourself. Salvage. They'll give you a vision. You're opening yourself up, so you'll have to make an insight resistance check to see how intense that is.
Okay.
But then the GM asks, what new belief or fear does knowledge of this ritual and its attendant occult forces instill in you?
Okay.
So you answer that.
Oh, okay.
What do you know that you were not meant to know?
Yeah, okay. So we can do that since, well, I need to make the resistance check first to make sure that I can actually do this without putting myself out or causing a psychotic episode.
No, it's just stress or a fun side effect.
Pretty low on stress.
I mean, you've got...
How many traumas do you have?
Just 1.
I'm at 3, baby. Get over it. You'll be fine. Jesus, catch up, noob. Come on.
I'm not trying to speed run to my death.
Hey, like you haven't profited off of it. You got behind this big old train. All right?
I don't want to be
just
run
saying,
over by one.
Choo-choo. Get some trauma in there. You got this.
Yep. Little trauma never hurt anyone, Aaron.
But no, unfortunately, I did not make any of those rolls.
What? It's not a resistance check. What was the highest roll you made?
4.
Okay, on a 3d6.
Yes.
Okay, so it's 2 stress, or you can take a side effect.
I'll go ahead and take those 2 stress. So, okay. But the next one anything I take is going to be Trauma Town.
Awesome. So. Yeah, give me...
You know, that would be an easy way to find out what's down the pipe, is just take a trauma and go screaming down it.
Mm-hmm. See, now I feel like I'm playing the Lighthouse, the real game.
What, you think we're not?
Just get in the tunnel, Wiki.
So
just everyone act casual. Aaron's character's just naked and screaming, running down the tunnel.
It wouldn't be the first time.
all right, it is not. You don't actually have to make an attune check for this one. So
Okay, good.
I will say though, you can if you want to potentially boost its effect.
Okay, I'll make an attempt if anybody else wants to assist me with for an extra dice.
I too am a little overwrought right now.
I will.
Okay.
Help.
All right, thank
Only
you.
one of you has to assist.
Yeah.
Or
All
only
right.
one of you.
I
can
also
assist.
wonder.
Yeah.
Okay. Success.
All right.
Wait! Don't let Aaron off the hook. He still needs to answer the question.
Oh yeah. What new belief or fear does knowledge of this ritual and its attendant occult forces instill in you, Salvage?
Okay.
It's detecting demonic presence.
Yeah, so the detecting demonic presence and what I fear. That basically the ink blood has to be planning a way to.
Well, I mean, it's not specific
Well, it's
to
a
ink blood.
Okay.
Hey, I've got one.
Yeah.
What if there are big demons that like go and do things out of the world, but what if there are tiny, like mid-sized demons that are actually around all the time?
A pervasive fear of gremlins. Yes.
Okay.
That's what it should be. Especially with all my tinkering, and that's what's screwing me up constantly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, no, it's the gremlins.
There are tiny demons as well as large demons.
There's something on the hole.
Yep. So you go into a trance thanks to your trance powder. You take a light dose, but
we get out of bed from work all day, and he is just here partying. He just wanted us out of bed to watch him fucking party, Vimes.
I think this is more like Audra and the ghost cocaine.
He didn't even offer us any. The rudeness. Just,
Well, I mean, if you want to get down, I've got some. Like, I know what a reasonable dose is for you.
I know powerful magic because I am a sorcerer.
The
And
bag
this
is
is just,
open
man,
to all.
This is just Good Friday night. This is what we are watching.
so salvage.
Yes.
When you activate it, you can just see the glow of demonic energies, and you see them as particulates in the air. And yeah, now you can see gremlins, tiny little things that hinder us at all actions. They're all around you at all times. So yeah, that's fucking great. Definitely won't come up again. But you can see through walls now. You can see that like energy sources, like X-ray vision, but for demonic energies. And you can kind of see thin veins of it all throughout the facility. As you realize, ectoplasm is of course demonic, so that shows up on there now. But when you look down, there is a blinding light. Incredibly powerful. A circle. That seems to cover, and you realize you're looking through the water. You're looking through the pylons. You're looking below the pylons. You're looking at the bottom of the harbor now. There's a 1/2 mile diameter seal below you, sealing demonic activity. This refinery was built on the nest of demons. It is enormously massive, an enormous well of demonic energy, and you can almost see them writhing, these nest of demons inside the seals, like newborn creatures still in the womb, just gestating, waiting to be birthed upon the world, rebirthed upon the world, and it gives you vertigo to see that much, because it's like you don't see any, you only see the demonic energies now. You're just floating above things. You can feel things, but you can't see the floor anymore. You can't see the walls. Your friends have disappeared. You only see the demonic energy. You look up to try and look away, and you can see a black coursing nova of energy at the top of this, above you, a small pinpoint of demonic energy, ink-like fluid, You kind of fall over.
Try not to hyperventilate.
Yeah. You're surrounded both above and below. There's just demons all around you. So they're gonna do something to that nest of demons, all right.
Oh, it's pulsating below. That's like below us, and it's a blanket of darkness above us. There is no escape.
Yes.
Yay!
Where do we go?
You do get one new. There is one pinpoint of energy that is off to the side. It is a minor demon, contained in something, but.
Where does it look like it's going in the facility? Do I know, or how far away is it from us?
Its location, but you can't see you only see things that are demonic with this vision. You don't see anything else. So you don't have like a 3D view of it. So
it's just becoming difficult times to look at and say, all right, I can tell you if it's getting closer, but you need to pick me up and guide me because I can't see anything else.
Okay.
So technically, I'm going to put my arm out like this. So I basically point my right arm and brace it with my finger out. I'm going to.
You know, I fear you most of all that shall visit us tonight. No, is that not the bit?
I can't roll my eyes at you because I can't see you. I'm going to act as the.
We should do this more often.
So I'm going to see if we can douse this way, too, but that just means that you have to follow where my arm is. So, Flake, can you pick me up and push me forward? I've literally become the device. You have to use me.
Okay.
So
is this actually
supposed to lift you?
Guys, let's think about this for a second. Is this a good thing to do, right? Like, I know we would like to find, I'm assuming... Salvage that you told us like more than what you just did.
Oh, I've been battling this constantly. Yeah, yes.
Okay, so there's some other small demon involved, but do we need to go to it right now? Is it enough to know that it exists? And like how good is your vision? Are you absolutely only seeing demonic energy right now? Can you give us any sense, like about how far away does it seem to be? Can we triangulate later where it's at? Maybe during the third shift while we're supposed to be asleep
approximately
is not the
where in the
opportune
facility
time.
it is. You basically have a waypoint now. You don't
Thanks,
know.
Ross.
Yeah.
Does it look like it's
what
moving?
I was looking for.
No. Yeah, you have a waypoint, but you don't know like how to get there.
Okay, that's fine then. If that's the case, then I'm going to please let me come down from this. Oh God.
Okay.
When now you're gonna come down.
So, all of you, so the vision ends. So you have 3 leads now to get the information you need. The office, Ink's office, the schematics office, and the third demon. Or the minor demon. The minor demon, you'll probably be able, it seems weak, drained. Perhaps it seems contained as well. Perhaps it's a demon that Inkblood has been, harvesting, and so might be eager for a deal. Freedom for information, for example. So it doesn't seem like it would voluntarily be trapped in such a place. So,
okay. So recapping that really quickly, Ink's office. So this is essentially this is our last bit of in character conversation, or it doesn't have to be last, but I want to go through this. So Ink's office, probably a bad idea because demon. Schematics office has 2 guards, lock and key, obviously pretty well guarded anyway. We should maybe at least try to figure out how hard a target this minor demon is going to be. And then, if it seems, we just need to triage which one of these seems like the easiest to hit and get this over with, right? Then Flake, then we will riot.
Yes.
All right.
Good. I'm glad we all agree.
Okay. So, with the remainder of your free time, you can go out in that direction, and sort of try and figure it out. And you quickly find it's there are chains with a sign off limits to a tunnel leading closer to that waypoint. So it's off limits. And so there people will see you go in there and report it if you don't make some kind of check to bypass that, because there's always people around, because there's no play aside from that off limits place, because it's off limits. But yeah, so you can try and make a prowl check to sneak in without anybody seeing you. I would say it's controlled right now because you haven't raised any alarms yet.
I can prowl.
Okay. All right.
I mean, want to help me out with that?
So if you
if they battery me, I'll get 4 dice. So
Yeah, I got 1 I can give you, and then I'm in a bad way.
Okay. Is the dice roller working again?
Yeah,
It is.
It was last time we tried it. So
Yeah. Who fucking knows, right?
Actually, we do need to send Flake in for this. The image I posted is perfect.
all right.
Partial.
With a partial, someone is heard you. They didn't see you go in, but they go over to investigate. It's like it's a worker. And it's like, God damn. So Vimes and Salvage, you see the worker going down. Basically, Flake basically looked and waited until nobody was looking, then ran down, jumped over the chain and ran down the hallway to check it out, or snuck in, but like he made some noise, and so a worker didn't see him, but is like checking the hallway, presumably to see if something broke or something fell down. So they're checking out, but they're not super suspicious. So if you delay them,
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Salvage.
Yeah.
Roll with this. I'm gonna punch him and then splash him with booze, and then immediately get his arm over my shoulder and like start dragging him down the hallway.
Okay, so we really have we need somebody who's punch drunk. So
Pretty much.
okay. All right. So
the
you do
worker
this.
sees you, he's like, oh man, rough day, huh?
Yeah. I think he had a little bit too much. He was saying something about the screaming. He's a deceptively chunky guy. Can you help me out a little?
I guess. Gotta stay away from that area, though. It's off limits. Ink don't like it.
All right, understood. I was mostly just trying to make sure he didn't go down there because, drunk. Like, he just sort of took a turn for the worse.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't like it when you go down there.
Gotcha.
All right. So Flake, you head down the hallway. You turn a corner, and you see a blank wall. It is metal, but it is riveted in. But you have to go through this wall somehow in order to get closer to the waypoint.
But it's just a solid metal wall in front of me.
Yeah, it looks like they riveted it in place, like they walled off the rest of this hallway. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Obviously, wreck would make a lot of noise.
Yeah. Is it kind of metal like hand rack?
Yeah, definitely.
But wreck would make a lot of noise.
Mm-hmm. If you make a survey check, you could probably find a place you could, like, there are pipes and things around. You could try to squeeze it. Well, you're a big guy though.
Yeah, I'm pretty big.
So,
what is the hallway made of?
It's industrial, so like metal, various metal panels,
What's
pipes,
the floor?
Metal grating, and yeah, metal pipe.
Wait, metal
like,
grating?
Yeah,
What's beneath the grating?
more machinery.
There's no way to squeeze through down there past the wall.
You could try. Give me a survey check to see if you can figure out a path.
I don't even have that.
Okay.
Can't
Well,
do
it looks all the same to you. Do you have Tinker? I take that's a no.
All right. I go, interesting. Then I grab a pipe from the machinery and just start wailing the shit out of the wall.
All right. This is definitely risky.
Like an angry chimp. Just, yeah.
All right.
All right. Flake is a man of limited skills.
Mm-hmm.
He's so good at what he is skilled at.
All right, so this is risky, but you get a success. Fortunately, because there's only one worker nearby at that particular time, and there's a lot of noise in here in general. So nobody miraculously heard it. So you're quite reckless, but you managed to get away with it. You knock out enough of the metal wall to rip it open and squeeze through it, although it's still a tight fit. You didn't like rip out the entire thing. Although it's going to be very obvious that anybody checks that panel is going to know that somebody forced their way through. But you continue down the hallway, and you come to a chamber. And in that chamber is empty except for a circle on the floor with like art. Well, you have a tune, so it's a demonic warding, a demonic seal. And in the center of that circle is a small fire, like a fireplace fire, that is just burning at a low temperature, but seemingly no one has tended to do it for a long time, but it's still on fire. It's just burning wood without end.
Ross, I dare you to go Studio Ghibli and voice this by Gilbert Godfrey.
That was Billy Crystal.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, what are you going to do? With your tune, knowing you realize perhaps that is a fire demon inside that seal, inside that fire.
And this is the weak demon again, out of character? Okay. Should I take it?
Well,
what does the tune tell me about whether I should take it or not?
You can talk to it right now. If you take it, a little demonic, fiery face appears on it. You are not working for Inkblood.
Quite opposite, yes.
Ah, that's what I thought. Who else would be around here prowling about?
No one but perhaps your future ally.
Yes, I would be a very good ally.
I'm not like this Inkblood man. He lied to me.
He lies to a lot of people.
I do not wish to be lied to. But my friends back there, they are very good-hearted, but they do not have what it takes to do real business. Men's work. To end something once and for all.
Mm-hmm.
I want this man dead, maybe, I think.
Well, Inkblood is perhaps killable, but he would be very dangerous. You would need another elder demon like Satara to really have equal footing.
What if there were giant machine?
Oh, this machine?
Work? Yes.
This machine is incomplete.
What would it take to complete machine? Just run little bit. Just one.
No. You don't...
Just little demon.
Do you even know what this machine does? What it's supposed to do?
Does it turns demons into things that are not demons, right?
No.
What does it do?
It turns demons into a type of demon.
Ooh, what type of demon?
Leviathans. But
is whale machines?
Whale flesh, I guess I should be more particular.
They will make soy Leviathan? They manufacture it?
Tell you what, break open that circle and I'll definitely tell you everything.
I missed.
Well, you'll have to help me get out because I'm a fire demon and we're over water and I don't have anywhere to go. So you'll have to smuggle me out.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, and then if you bring me to the shore, then I can be your ally and I can help you figure out how to kill Inkblood.
So you promise to do whatever I say if I get you out of place.
What do you want to kill Inkblood? I can help you with that.
I don't know. Situation fluid. I'm not planner. If you've not understood,
I will be your ally.
Situation is in flux.
I
need to be prepared for all eventualities.
I will be your ally for a year and a day. How's that?
Wonderful. Ally means do all I say. That's my definition.
As long as it does not result in my own destruction, sure.
Well, no, I'm not crazy. I'm just working with demon to kill other demon.
Yes. So, smudge
I'm
the
sure
circle.
other people have done this.
Smudge the circle. I'll tell you what I know, and then we can work on me getting out of here or escaping.
Does smudging the circle mean I can take him with me?
He'll be free, but he is obviously weak, and he needs a container of fire to sort of be transported or something fiery. So he can.
What's he contained in now?
A fire, like a log fire that he is burning very slowly to make the logs last.
Can I have a lantern?
Yeah, there could be a lantern nearby.
I will make sure with Ghost Fighter he gets in that fucking lantern.
Okay.
And I will smudge the circle.
Okay. Excellent. Yes, just bring me that lantern. We can talk as we walk. So, did you know Leviathans are growing harder to find?
Yes, I have heard this.
Well, not just harder to find, but impossible to find. Leviathan Hunters scholars speculate within 3 years there'll be no more Leviathans to hunt.
Oh, yes, capitalism will kill us all. I mean, there we are, yes.
Well, without the
I have
Leviathans,
thoughts about it.
there will be no more ectoplasm. Without ectoplasm, there'll be no more ghost wall. Without no more ghost wall, well, the ghosts come in. All of them.
Flake will be fine. But yes, I see how this would be distressing.
Well, they have a plan to turn all these demons we're right above into a new kind of factory. To tame them into just sort of domesticated Leviathans. There, of course, would be some side effects to this, such as, the harbor will be taken up by Leviathan flesh, mostly. This entire city will become really one factory, to process, to grow and to process, Leviathan blood. But we'd grow so much, and everyone would have to work, and everyone would be in order, and everything would be run as one clockwork factory, all ruled by ink blood. Because there'd be
So you see why I won't throw man into hell pit or kill him.
Well, you can't turn the machinery on the master. He's in tune with it. He can control it with his own mind.
Oh, by the way, Vimes, Salvage, this is a talking demon I have freed into Lantern.
Hello.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, what else is new?
I have made Devil's Bargain as powerful necromancer.
Of course you have.
Anyway, you were saying how this is... Perhaps I kill him with hands.
No human could do that, even one such as yourself. Perhaps a company of men, if you could get them isolated. The other way, the best way is to have a very powerful demon fight him. There are a number of ways to do this, but he is on a level of power you can scarcely comprehend. But let's I'm Luminos, by the way. But let's focus on getting me out. Take this lantern and me and up to one of the lifeboats, and let's I know there's a patrol ship that will try and intercept us, but I have enough power to deal with that, and we can just
Oh no, Lumos, we have much to do before we leave.
Oh?
Yes.
Well, my presence will go... my missing presence will go noticed. I was being drained as a sort of backup battery.
Well, it is all the more important you help us to the best of your ability while we go do other things. Yes.
Yes, well...
The year and the day has started now. And we are allies, yes, Lumos?
Yes, we are allies.
Yes, so let us go. So what next? Do we go kill men? Do I start riot? What is next for crew?
Well, riot would be very good cover.
He gets it. He gets the plan. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Vimes, what think you? Oh, no, Vimes.
So So that being said, what do we need to do to at least, well, I'd like to initiate the riot too? That would at least give us the
I
best.
have that under control, but you could get Ian. You could get into the office of the man, the demon man. Yes, or the archivist office with the two men. You could kill them.
Yeah, you could. I mean, sealing the schematics would definitely help. Provide useful data and also slow them down.
Wow, sorry, I muted to cough and then didn't say anything for the last few minutes. Sorry.
Yes, I tried to talk to you. Sorry.
Yeah, I tried to talk back. I just forgot. So
It's okay.
I feel like we have the information we came for. I know two of us are in a pretty bad spot. Maybe let's not overplay our hand. Let's just go ahead, use the riot for cover, and GTFO.
Yeah,
So
as much
there
as I
will
would-
still be a riot. Yes.
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
it's Chekhov's riot. Yeah.
Okay, well, sure. I do that then. That's fine. Here, Demon, do what Salvage say until we get back on land, and then he is off of your user privileges and you're back to me full time. Though I do not revoke my privileges. Understood.
All right.
Okay.
So you get Salvage. You get handed a lantern with a flame demon in it.
Off to my horrible work pit.
Hey, horrible
Hello?
pit.
Luminos looks at you and says, "Hello, Salvage."
Hello.
Hello,
Hi.
I am Luminos.
I understand that. So
Do you know if Salvage, if your companion there, the one who freed me, were to die, you would be my ally and not him, and you alone.
Well, we're all on a team right now, so we're not. That's like I don't really look into specific personal power grabs, but
I'm very
nice
good
try.
at burning things.
Oh, I presume
Hey,
you are.
that's something you guys have in common.
Not in this game. Stop breaking the fourth wall. Anyway, it's
I
like
figure there is a rich history of things that don't happen during game sessions in which you have burned things.
that is an assumption. So, but we look around. All right, but what we need to do, at least in the moment, is to. Do you have an area that we could extract from a
Look,
nice
he
point of
already said
egress?
the lifeboats.
Okay.
We just have to be ready for the patrol cutter to mess with us. But it's okay. We're smugglers. We've done that racket before.
Absolutely. So,
Obviously, when we sent Flake away, we set a rendezvous point near one of the lifeboats, and that's where we're going.
All right.
Yep.
So, the two of you head to the lifeboats. You're missing work at this point, by the way, but I mean, they won't find you right away. So,
yeah, so we're not really concerned with that.
yeah, you're not going to get paid. You'll have to do something to get the boat onto the water, but you'll worry about that when the alarm klaxons go off.
Yep.
Flake, how are you starting the riot?
I'm gonna go find Oliver. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I will again work with him. We no doubt have overseers, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and get Oliver in trouble with an overseer.
Okay. You mentioned Oliver. Are you faking it, or are you just pointing out one of his actual mistakes?
I don't really care. Whatever's faster.
Probably faking it then, because
Okay,
you
yeah.
could just accuse him of hoarding a beak.
I will tell the guard on him, but I will be very secretive about it.
Okay. So you're just going over the guard and whispering.
I can prowl. I just don't want to be seen doing it.
Okay.
I want the guard to be the only one to know.
Yeah,
and I
give me
want
a
him to
prowl
move
check.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will be controlled.
Oh fuck.
All right. It's controlled, so you just miss your opportunity to do so. You can try again, but this time will be risky. If you fail again, then
Consequences.
Consequences, yeah.
I will try again.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
All right.
Oof.
So the guard yells at you, get back to work, you slacker. And shoves you pretty hard.
No, I will never tell you where the beaks are.
Okay. command, I guess, to reframe this.
Plan all along. Was this? Hey, does this count as using violence as I'm being beaten up as it happens?
Sure.
Cool. Yes.
All right.
I would never rat on my brothers and sisters. We are not like you.
All right. Everyone starts yelling.
Just rabble razzing.
Yeah. Everyone stops work and starts picking on the guard. The foreman comes out with a blunderbuss sort of gun. Back to work, or it's rock salt for the lot of you. And everyone starts like, they're wavering. So one more escalation will do it.
Is there a particularly sharp Leviathan part?
Yep, there's a big old beak in the beak bin.
I'm just gonna haul off and throw it at him. Just
all right.
Just shot put that son of a bitch at him.
All right, that
Old
sounds like
beak
skirmish.
chucker.
Yeah, beak chucker.
Is that skirmish?
I would say so.
Okay. Do I spend it or not? 4 dice is a lot. You'll be okay. It'll be okay. The dice break will break. The dice will work. There it goes. Yeah. All right.
So
I didn't need that suspense.
Yeah, you get the beak in his throat. The rock salt, he pulls the trigger, it hits the ceiling though. The workers yell, the guards attack. Yeah, you started a riot. Good job. It's quickly spreading. So, yeah, give me probably finesse, to parkour your way to the lifeboat.
Skirmish?
Yeah, or you could just...
Can I just murder my way towards it?
Sure.
It's sort of how I move through the world.
Mm-hmm.
The juggernaut.
All right, I'm just going to murder my way through it. This is what he wanted the entire time. This plan is a total success.
If you get a partial, you'll get a light level 1 wound. If you get a failure, you'll get a level 2 wound. And if you succeed, you get no wounds.
I got a partial.
Okay, so a level 1 wound. You can make a resistance check for that, or just take a level 1 wound.
Can I use my armor?
Oh yeah, if you have leftover points, yeah, you could use armor.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll just Mighty Joe Young my way through it.
Yep. So the alarms go off. The people are freaking out. So Vimes and Salvage, you have to make some kind of check to get in the boat ready for launch. Because you can make a tinker check to just do it yourself.
Yeah, that was my thought on that.
If you get a partial, it'll take you a while to do, and a guard will see you and be like, "What the fuck are you doing? No one's abandoning ship."
Okay,
so that's if you get a partial.
That's just for partial. Okay, so I'll go ahead and roll that to see what I get.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, succeeded fully.
Oh, you're quite quick. You hit the right levers. Whatever.
Hey, you fueled up on Ghost.
Yep. So it's ready to go. Just as Flake comes to the top deck, or the deck that you're on, covered in blood, mostly not his. And you all jump in the boat. So Vimes, someone should give me some sort of check to pilot the boat.
Yeah, I mean, pilot specifically to get around the patrol.
Mm-hmm.
So, Shadow, you may expend your special armor to resist the consequence from detection or security measures.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go ahead and preemptively burn that and say this is not actually a problem.
All right. Yeah. No. You've timed the routes perfectly. You know exactly which route to take.
Yep.
So you get the cutter. As the riot goes on for a while, they'll have to get a new load of workers sooner than expected. And Inkblood does not realize that Luminos has been liberated.
Right away.
Yeah, but Luminos, goes on to detail. Yeah, turn all of Duskvol into a single factory, all run by him and the leaders of the Leviathan Hunters. Everything will be in its order. Everything will be in its place. just there will be nothing else but the flesh and the factory.
So it's dueling apocalypti.
Yeah.
So we have to get the Soul Engine then.
Yep. Well, if they get if the Leviathan Hunters gets the Soul Engine, they'll use it to make the flesh in the factory true.
Or if Skurlock gets it.
Well, if Skurlock, you don't even know if Skurlock knows about it. Skurlock is if Skurlock gets his way, he will just level the city through demons. So
and then there's what.
Yeah.
There is still a third element at play here because like we've all been visited by the Ancient One, and like I can't even get a coherent like if he was lying to us, how does the lie he has told us line up with what the Leviathan Hunters are up to? Like there is a third way going on here.
Yeah, which Audra is working on.
I hate stupid Ancient One. Audra would have loved Riot. She would have laughed.
Oh.
But not laughed with like the wry smile. You know the one.
We all need some time. So just, we have to do this. Oh well.
I kick her.
I'm gonna lie down here next to the fire.
Lumino says, is there anybody you could murder and I could just eat their corpse?
Oh my god. They have to be a murdered corpse?
I will definitely be murdered.
Well, yeah, I want to eat the ghost as well as the flesh.
Oh god.
Well, yes. Give time. He's not so long you have wait.
Okay, good.
This is the way we live life here.
Or the someone's treasured possessions. Like something.
Stealing things. Remember when we stole things?
Good time.
Oh God, that was not younger days, eh?
You stole me.
I suppose it's true. We still have it. We still got it, guys.
I think we're liberating you.
We still got it.
I like to burn. So yeah, you've uncovered their plot and made an ally. Luminos will assist you, although he is quite weak right now because he's been has been drained. So you'll have to, if you want to, the more power you give him, you help him regain, the more useful he'll be. But obviously, the less you'll be able to control him. So there's a little trade-off there. Yep. And certainly the Leviathan Hunters have had their plans. That's obviously set them back a little bit, but we'll see how that goes. But before we end, obviously we have downtime, so you all can do your downtime activities.
Okay.
So I assume everyone's indulging in Vice.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So at least.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
It's your lowest one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And if it's 0, you roll 2, take the lowest.
Yep.
So 1.
Yep. So you can do it again.
Yeah, I will be doing a lot of ghost cocaine.
Yeah, same here. I'm probably going to overindulge, but that's okay. Surprisingly not.
Hey, exactly, on the nose. Nice. Cool.
And then if anybody has another downtime activity, they can tell me what they want to do.
No, I've been just going over schematics and actually reattuning the phasing harness because I completely forgot before I restarted this. Like, I could have used that to get in some places.
Yep. Yeah, that would have helped a lot, of course. Yeah, that would have counted as a point or two of load. But yeah, you could have done that. But yeah.
Okay. I actually go ahead. I need to think about it for a minute.
Okay.
I already did too, so.
Yeah, I'm down too.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, out of character, like, is Burke probably going to be back around next week?
Hopefully.
Okay. So, if what we have to do, we know where the Soul Engine is located, right?
Yeah, it's
in
in
the
Crow's
hive.
Foot in a tower. Yeah. It's built into the tower. They used it to, hide itself, which is kind of clever of them. But
yeah, so
but you know how to activate
what
it.
we actually need, like, I want to at acquire an asset level, I want to go out and essentially shell company rent a warehouse. So even if they figure out that we hit the Soul Engine and we took it somewhere, once the Leviathan Hunters figure out they don't have the real Soul Engine, if they figure out that we took it and where we took it from, at least if we can cover where we took it to, as long as we can hide, they have a harder time finding us. So I am going to acquire the temporary use under an assumed identity of a warehouse, appropriate to house the Soul Engine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can make whatever roll you want to acquire that asset.
Gonna fucking lie about it. What do you think I'm gonna do?
I just wanted to let you know.
I appreciate that.
All right, it's a tier 3 warehouse, so it's a very good, well hid.
Awesome.
Yep.
You know what? They're tier 5. I mean, fuck it. We're doing this, right? I have a lot of stash. I'm gonna pull money out of stash to upgrade it, so I can upgrade 1 tier for each coin. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me look through the rest of that, and I'll get back to you.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's about it for this session. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Cool. So next time, when we meet, hopefully Audra will be back, and we can deal with the end game.
Leveled up.
Yeah. So we'll talk to you all later.
Bye.
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 Bye.